What is going on, Bulls Nation? Welcome back again for another video. Hope you guys are doing fine and safe. But let's talk about one player that one of our, people who comments on the channel, which I do appreciate, but Trin Baker, he suggested Richaun Holmes, which I honestly I don't watch a whole lot of Kings games. I don't even know if they do they show a lot of Kings games? I don't have, NBA League Pass or anything like that. So I was not familiar with the player. So when the name floated around, especially on the channel, I kind of Googled him, did some research, looked him up on YouTube, some highlights, and he looks like a pretty good player. Something that, would fit the mold for the Bulls. Tough, because I did made a video about Bulls needing a dog, and it looks like he fits that mold. Like he has this dog in him. He's a big guy as well. I believe he's 6'10", plays center. You can put him at power forward, I guess, if you want to. Pretty mobile. Doesn't make a whole lot. That's the beauty of this guy, is because the money always comes to a factor when we're talking about NBA. This is not NBA 2K where you can just trade players. He is somebody that you could acquire. The only downside, I guess, in the management's eyes, that would hamper this deal would be the length of his deal. He's currently around 28 years old. He just signed a 4-year deal. So that means he's going to be 32, making around 12 million a year after the season. So by the time he gets off the books, he'll be 32, which is not bad age, because Vooch is like 31 now. He'll be 32 next year. Now the contract itself is not terrible, to be quite honest with you. It's the length of it that might scare our front office, because now you just kind of locked in with him, and that would prevent you from making some moves down the line without trading him. Now obviously you got to work on your depth. Now it could work for you or against you, because if he becomes really good, you got a very good center / forward at a bargain. I mean, he's gonna make 12 mil, and right now the way he's playing, it is a bargain. I mean, put it this way: we were paying Felicio like 8 million a year. This guy is making 10 right now, and he's a starting caliber center. Now, if he becomes good, and we decide not to resign Vucevic, he could fill out the center spot. And we all know that the Levine signing is coming, so that would, again, it's going to be hard for the Bulls to pay 3 almost nearly max guys. Like Levine is max. I know DeRozan is not quite, and also Vooch. Hopefully, he can swing a discount with Vooch, given his age. But I feel like he's going to ask for, one last big contract for Vooch. But I'm not even sure if that's something that I wouldn't say is he doesn't deserve. But I don't know if the Bulls can actually afford that, to give Vooch even the same contract as he is making right now with the impending Levine signing. So having Holmes with the Bulls with that kind of contract might actually do help us. The question is, what can we give the Kings that would make them look at this twice? Salary wise, we could give up DJ for a straight trade, but why would the Kings do that though? Right? Like, if you are gonna give up a center who's making decent money, who's actually pretty good, with a controlled contract like that, you want something in return. Maybe the first pick for Portland. Now you got to ask yourself, is Holmes worth a first rounder? Given he's not a sexy name, and it doesn't need to be a sexy name to be in the Bulls lineup, but would he be the solution? Like, would that be okay? I would be fine with that, because that first rounder is heavily protected anyway. It might not even convert because how badly Portland is playing right now. And from the trade that they just made, they're gonna, it looks like they're just giving up on the season. So this would just be unattainable for the Bulls, it seems like. because this arguably might be a high draft pick, right? Which is outside of the protection that they included. So I personally would be okay with a DJ swap with a first round pick. I don't know if the front office will be because we don't have any pick whatsoever. Again, if we could buy like a buyout or some sort, but I do like this. I do like this quote unquote trade that we could potentially do. Now, if it includes Kobe White in a first rounder, I don't know if I'm gonna do that honestly. I'm not sure. I'm not sure because it feels like if we do a Kobe and first rounder, we might as well go for Marvin Bagley. Somebody with a I guess bigger upside, but also not that much commodity or proven. Because I know Holmes is pretty good defensively as well. Well, not that good defensively, but he can block shots. He's a big body. He can rebound the ball. But Bagley has more of an upside, as far as like his offensive game is concerned. He's bigger as well. So taller, I mean, but you know what I mean here. Like there's more potential than what we'll get from Holmes because we already know what we're gonna get from Holmes. A tough, hard-nosed guy. Who can maybe defend the paint, can score offensive rebounds and stuff like that. But upside is I feel like we do have what we have. But let me know in the comments how you feel about this. This player. What are you willing to give up to get him? And I would be interested to know if you pursue other options when it comes down to it. So again, thank you for watching, guys. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so. If you're a Bulls fan, again, I appreciate you guys watching. Thank you once again, and I'll see you guys in the next video.